Hi fam, welcome to a new video. My name is Kay. In case you are new here, I hope you like it here and that you join this family by clicking on the subscribe button down below. And to my fam, my loyal people, thank you so much for coming back, lovies. Guys, I'm back with a new video, and this time I'm sharing with you things that you can do in Cape Town on a budget. Everything that I'll be sharing with you today is activities that you can do for under 500 per person. So in a way, you can call it your Cape Town bucket list on a budget. It's a quick guide of things you can do in Cape Town to explore the city, have fun, and also visit some key points. Okay. As I mentioned, prices are per person and correct at the time of recording this video. Here's a list. So let's start with things you can do in Cape Town for free. The first thing is you can go to the beach and go for a walk on the promenade or at the V&A. You can go for a hike. You can also join a walking tour where you can learn about the city while you walk. These are free. You can visit a park, you can join a park run, or you can go for a swim. You can go salsa dancing at Mojo Market, or you can visit some markets. Some markets are free here in Cape Town. Obviously, you will buy things there, but entry is free. And now let's look at a list of things you can do for under 100 rands. You can visit the Long March to Freedom. It's a place where it's a historical site at Century City, just outside Canal Walk. Entrance is 10 rands, and there you can learn the history of South Africa, dating back to the Khoi era and all the way up to where we are now, or rather to the Mandela era of things. So that's an interesting one, especially if you have kids. I took my nephews and nieces there when they were here, and they quite enjoyed that. So entrance is 10 rands. And they have some games there. After your tour, you can play some board games, which is nice and interactive. So that's one thing. The other thing is you can visit Boulders Beach. That is part of Sand Parks, and entrance is 45 rands for adults and 25 rands for kids. You can also go strawberry picking if you like the outdoors and you like that kind of vibe. I think, strawberry picking can start anything from 55 rands. So for under 100 rands, you can actually go and enjoy yourself. And you can search for those. There's, I think, Polka Dry, just outside Cape Town here, and there's a few others. So that's a nice activity. I enjoyed that when I did it. And it's nice even for couples or for a group of friends. It's just a nice vibe, man, to be outside and doing an activity as opposed to just being out with friends but always just sitting at a restaurant. So you can consider that. Another thing is you can also go rose picking. I think they charge about, I don't have the price for I'll put it here on screen, but it's under 50 rands, and it's priced per stem. So I think it's just under 50. Like I said, I'll put the price here per stem. So that's also a nice one, especially if you are into flowers and specifically roses. Another thing you can do for under $100 is go out on a coffee date. In fact, for two people, you'll most probably spend under 100 rands. So whether you're doing it alone or with someone, if you're still sussing someone out, you can definitely consider this option. And for under 100 rands, you get the vibes. And then another place that I want to recommend here for under $100 is Honest Chocolate. They are in town and they make their chocolate from scratch. They're really, really good. I've been to Honest numerous times, like I've lost count, and that's how good they are. And most of their items are priced under 100. I think most of their price, I can even go as far as saying most of their items are priced under 50. So definitely consider that. I feel like for $100 you can get 2 or 3 items at Honest Chocolate. so do give them a try. And that brings us to the last item, under 100. Let's now look at what you can do for under 200 rands in Cape Town. Okay, so I don't have a lot of items under this category, but let's look at the four or five things that I have here. The first thing is you can visit a wine farm if that's your vibe. You'll definitely spend under 200, unless we're talking Franschhoek and Stellenbosch, because they do have some of the best ones and they tend to be more pricey than what you would pay here in Cape Town. And the price that I'm sharing, the price for under 200, is for tasting. Most of these places don't charge for entrance, but for most of them you do need to make a booking ahead of time to avoid disappointment. So yeah, but just do your research, because some, especially the ones in Durbanville, don't really require you to make a booking, but in Constantia, Stellenbosch and Franschhoek, most of them do require you to make a booking ahead of time. Yeah. The second thing you can do in Cape Town for under 200 is go for a ride on the Cape Wheel. A ride is an hour long and it is about 175 or 179. Again, I'll put the price here, the exact price. But I do know since the beginning of November, they came up with new prices, and they have this combo, sort of a date night thing. So obviously the price for a couple will be more than the amount I have here. And then they also have a combo where you pay for the ride and to have eateries up there, and that is also a bit above 200. So if you just want a good old ride that's about an hour long, you're looking at under 200 rands. Yeah, so do consider that. That's a nice experience. I'm yet to do that myself, but before this year ends, I'll definitely would have gone up on the wheel. I also think where they have it now makes a lot of sense. They had it previously inside, like at the center of the V&A, which was a bit, for me, that space didn't really make sense. But I feel like where they have it now, where you have a nice view of the mountains and the ocean and the mall, in a sense, and a big chunk of the V&A actually, I think it makes better sense there where it is placed now, right? Third thing, you can visit Two Oceans Aquarium that is situated at the V&A. I'll also put the exact price here, and I know they also have specials, I think on a Wednesday or every day after. I'll put the details somewhere here on screen. If you go after 3 p.m. or 3:30, they have some promotions, you pay less, that type of vibe. So do consider them, especially if you have kids. It's really a nice place to take the kids. They've got penguins there, which just makes the experience a little more interactive or interesting. Yeah. Yeah. And then fourthly, we have Kirstenbosch National Botanical Garden. Yeah, I'll also put the exact price on here. You pay for entrance at the garden, and it's always nice to see what they have in comparison with the other botanical gardens in the country, that kind of vibe. I'm also yet to visit Kirstenbosch. I've been to the aquarium. It was a lovely experience, and it's massive. So yeah, but I'm yet to visit Kirstenbosch. I also like the fact that outside exploring what they have, the plants, you can also just enjoy a nice walk around the garden. You can picnic if you want. Yeah, and they also sometimes have events, so you may also want to just maybe plan your things accordingly, especially if you want to be part of the festivities that they're having there at the time. Cool. And now let's look at activities you can do for under 300 rands. So the option I was referring to, that you can opt for with the Cape Wheel, is skydiving. So that's a bit over 300, well, it's just under 300 rands per person. You bring your own food and drinks, I think so, but the ticket price is a bit higher because they set the space for you for skydiving. So that's what gives, that's what contributes to the extra charge. Yeah. Second thing you can do is the Franschhoek hop on hop off tram. That goes for just under 300 rands. Yeah, so you want to consider that, especially if you're doing it with your partner or with a group of friends. And it's a nice opportunity to visit different wine farms in the area, as opposed to if you're just driving in your car and you might end up settling on one. With this option, you can get around and see more than one in that region. So do consider that. Just make sure you target good weather. I know that's a bit tricky, but yeah. You can also visit Zuidsmokke. It's a contemporary art museum here in Cape Town. It's located at the V&A waterfront. And interesting thing about Zuidsmokke is every Wednesday between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. entry is free. So if you are available around that time, you could make use of that opportunity, because let's be honest, things are a bit pricey here in Cape Town. So any opportunity to enjoy something for free, take advantage of that. So yeah, that's just the tip from my side that I can share. Yeah. And then last thing that you can do in Cape Town for under 300 rands is go on the city tour bus. And they offer different rides on the website. So you can visit the website to see what options they have. They also have combos if you want to do Table Mountain and the tour bus, or you want to do the tour bus that goes to the winelands, etc. Like, they have a lot of options, but the basic bus tour goes for under 300. I think the others might just be a bit more than that, but yeah, do have a look at the options they have. And I think you can join it anywhere. I know when we did it, we caught the bus in Long Street, but it starts at the V&A waterfront and it makes a stop, I think, at the Cape Town International Convention Center, and then Long Street is like the third stop. So yeah, I caught it in Long Street, and it was still nice. And I love that it goes around Camps Bay, and to just see things from that perspective, yeah, it was kind of interesting compared to what you are exposed to in the car. Yeah, so consider it. Yeah. All right, and things you can do in Cape Town for under 400 rands. Let's say between 4 and 500 rands. Yeah, you can do Table Mountain aerial cableway. That is under 400 rands, and on your birthday, this is free. You just need to ensure that you have your ID with you, because they will ask you for confirmation. So that's another tip that I can give. I think the aquarium, Two Oceans Aquarium as well, but I'm not sure. If I find the info, I'll place it on screen here somewhere. Yeah, so those are tips that I can share with you to kind of make the most out of your birthday, especially if you don't have a lot of plans, right? And these are things that you've always wanted to do. Make use of that opportunity on your birthday. Yeah. And then there's also hint hunt experience. I think per person they have activities available for under 400 rands. I once participated in the amazing race, which was quite interesting. At the V&A waterfront, we were running around like headless chickens in the scorching heat. Yeah, but it was a lovely experience. I enjoyed that. I would do that again, probably healthier and more slimmer. And maybe in this kind of weather, not in the sun. But yeah, that was a lovely experience. And especially if you are new to Cape Town and want to get a better understanding of the history, especially of the waterfront, I think that experience was quite useful to me. So if you are also new to Cape Town or you're considering moving here, one of the things that I can recommend that you do is that experience, the hint hunt experience, the amazing race specifically from hint hunt. But you need to do it in a group setting. I think that makes sense. But visit their website, visit them at the waterfront. They're located in the watershed. They have plenty of activities that one can do on site, aside from the amazing race. So do give them a try. They're also a nice opportunity if you are looking for team building exercises that you can do. Like, they offer a lot, so visit their website. And then lastly, boat cruise. Yeah, you can enjoy a lovely sunset boat cruise for under 400 rands in Cape Town. Unless you want something more exclusive, then you're looking at upwards of 1,000 rand or even upwards of 5,000 rand per person, depending on how exclusive you want it to be. But if you are just wanting to get on a boat with others, surrounded by others, and enjoy yourself, have a lovely photo opportunity and all that jazz, for under 400 rands you can do that. So yeah, I think that's all that I had for today. If I had to recommend three things that you should do in the next 3 months, or if you are moving here and you're like, what should I do first? 3 things I would recommend for you specifically is the city tour bus, because you will get a nice glimpse of Cape Town and they share a bit of history about the city, so that is insightful. So I would highly recommend that you do that, followed by I'm trying to give you experiences or activities that are both fun and insightful at the same time. Okay, so I would say do the city tour bus, join a walk tour, so you also get to learn a little bit about the city while also exercising, and you in that way you also get the opportunity to network and meet new people. So that's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone. And then lastly, if you enjoy the outdoors and a bev, then I would say do the Franschhoek tram. Yeah, if you're not about that life, then I would say, if you like the outdoors, then I would say do Kirstenbosch Botanical Garden. So 3 things: city tour bus, a walking tour, Kirstenbosch, or Franschhoek tram. Yeah, so you have a nice balance there. Yeah, for networking, learning about Cape Town, being outside. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like it, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, because I will be bringing more content like this. And If you are new here, please subscribe, but also go back and look at my other videos, so you can see what other interesting things that I have shared on this channel already, and to also just get an idea of who I am, what I enjoy. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking in advance, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if you want me to bring more content like this, I will gladly do so. See you guys in the next one. Bye.